What is going on, everyone? I am Mega Dash, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. So, as I was sort of fiddling around after I finished recording the last video, I realized that I hadn't visited the At Me Detective Agency yet, today. So, we're going there to see if we can get anything related to that urn issue. Whoa, this place is literally crawling with cops, as we see none of them. What did you expect? Now that they know he was actually masked to mask, this must be incredibly embarrassing for them, don't you think? I guess they're trying to make up for it by tearing the place apart. Hey, I just noticed, Gumshoe's nowhere to be seen. That's because he's at the Bullard, the murder site. Well, he is a homicide detective. He's probably working on the murder case. Wasn't he in charge of the mask investigation all the way up to yesterday? Well, he was in charge of both, and now he had to pick one, and he picked the murder case. Well, a murder case is a lot more exciting, isn't it? He'd say something like, "There's nothing like a good murder case, pal." Okay. Much for the quality of the impression, but I'm not sure Gumshoe has bloodlust. Well, I didn't do the impression, so I don't know. So there's not really anything. Do we have options to examine or move? Nothing looks different from yesterday. So I guess the only thing really to do is go ahead and move. I did look up a walkthrough yesterday, but I came to that conclusion on my own. But one thing that I did see in there was it says something about presenting the victims. Let's see, how do we get back to the the office thing, the CEO's. Do I have to go to the masked hideout first, maybe? I think I do, because that's kind of where we figured out where it was. Let's go back to the CEO's office. It said something about presenting it was the spoiler-free walkthrough. So if you're not, following it the entire time, it's a little hard to tell what it's talking about doing, but it said something about presenting the victim's profile, so I'm going to present that around. So I'll go with Gumshoe first. And where's he at? I think, this is just the court record menu, it's not the present menu. So profiles, let's present Kane Bullard. Detective Gumshoe, tell us more about Mr. Shane Bluebard. Okay, Maya. That's Kane Bullard, not Shane Bluebard, pal. Yeah, the victim in this case just doesn't make much of an impression on me. Well, you were the victim up until Mr. Bullard was found dead. I guess she was. Maya's the victim a lot. Yeah, and his body wasn't discovered until this morning. We don't have enough information yet. Can you help us out? Sorry, I'm actually a little confused myself. For some reason, I'm just blabbing like an idiot right now. Okay, Nick, this is our chance to get more info about the victim, so hurry up and ask. Okay, so I guess maybe that gave us a talk option? The victim. Okay, it did. So this was who we were supposed to present it to. Can you tell us some more about Mr. Bullard? He was the CEO of KB Security, right? What kind of company is it, anyway? I assume it's a security company. Well, the company basically sends security teams out to buildings to guard them. Mr. Bullard must have had the chance to learn a lot of secrets doing this kind of work. Oh, and I don't know how to put this, but the guy was kind of a money grubber. Really? Me too. I just love money. I can't ever get enough. Are you learning from Anya from Buffy the Vampire Slayer or something? Please stop leaning towards me like that. You aren't getting into my wallet. Anyway, it looks like he did some pretty shifty stuff to earn his millions. Oh, so that's my problem. I think I need to be shiftier. Let me go already. Apparently, he was involved in selling trade secrets between rival companies. Ooh, that's pretty dirty and underhanded. Yeah? Yeah. Oh, KB Security used to head security operations against Mask to Mask. What? Really? Yeah, and after screwing up so many times, the company's reputation really took a nosedive. So it really was Bullard who sent Ron the blackmail letter, huh? I still want to know what the whole red diamond thing was about, or red gem. I don't know, it was a red something. Let's see, let's go back. We didn't get anything from that. Can we maybe present the blackmail letter? What was it? Red diamond. Okay, so that does give us something. About this blackmail letter. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about it too, pal. Why would Kay Bullard have been blackmailing Ron Delight anyway? Well, Mr. Delight used to work at KB Security, right? Well, what was it that made him quit? Nick, that's it! Maybe that's the same reason he's being blackmailed. Wasn't he fired? Well, I'm in the middle of investigating that right now. You look like you're kind of just standing in his office. Oh, alright. Did we maybe get a talk option about that? We did not. Maybe we can present, Ron's profile? Say, where is he? He's right there. I kind of feel sorry for him. He's kind of a sad young guy. And he seems to have a habit of always getting arrested prematurely. Well, it's just my personal opinion, but I think the police should have investigated the whole thing more carefully. But weren't you the one that arrested him with a giant goofy smile on your face? Well, we don't have time to start with that. Let's just leave it alone. Jeez, Maya. Let's see. Did we get any talk options for that? No, we did not. Maybe... Is there anything else to present to him, really? Maybe we present Mask. Sure, why not? I was knew there was something suspicious about this guy. I was right. It turned out that the Mask was really that ace detective in disguise. Really thought that? Of course, it's the stone-cold truth. Sooner or later, a guy like that always shows his true colors. Yeah, I don't think we saw a little too much of his colors today. Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that one. Okay, that's not really anything. What if we present Emmy's profile? Oh, it's just literally the same text. Okay. Let's see. Anything else that nothing else really makes sense to present to him. Let's maybe go present some of those people to Larry, but perhaps. See, let's just do them in the same order. Let's present Kay Bullard. So he does give us something. The CEO of our company. He was a pretty good guy. Huh? Really? Yeah, you bet. You know how I'm not very good about working hard, right? Yeah, I kinda noticed. Well, I guess what the boss said to me about that. I don't expect much work from you, Larry. In return, just don't expect much pay. Oh, Jesus. That sounds pretty reasonable. I see. I guess he had to follow some kind of dumb law about having security here in the building. In order to pay the lowest wage possible, he went with the bottom of the barrel. To be honest, I really looked up to the boss. If I ever grow up to be a CEO, I want to be just like him. And don't worry, Nick, I promise I'll hire you for security. First of all, you want to grow up to be dead, and second of all, I don't have any interest in working in security. Okay, let's present Ron, perhaps? I'm really sorry, Nick, I swear I want to change my ways, but the thing is, I just don't have any interest in... Okay, this guy really needs to get his mind out of the gutter. There's your stereotypical guy, alright. Okay, that was something. So, well, that gave me any talk options, did it? No? I can't think of what to do. All we got was the talk option about the victim, but we didn't get any evidence for it. Maybe the detention center opened up now? So we can go... Let's go to the mass hideout. I guess that's kind of our path there. I don't know why we can't just directly go to anywhere we want. Okay, so something did happen at the detention center due to that talk option. October 13th, detention center visitors room. Mr. Wright. Mr. Delight, did they finish their interrogation? Yes, but please don't leave me alone anymore. Mr. Delight, you lied to us before, didn't you? Well, you see, I'm the same night the secretary was stolen from Lordly Taylor department store. Blackmail letter you got summoned you to KB Security to hand over some money. And then that's where the CEO, Kay Bullard, was murdered. But there's only one Ron Delight, am I right? So the only question is, where were you that night? This time I want to hear the whole truth. Your life depends on it. Jesus, I guess he get the death penalty. Okay. Alright, so let's do some talk options. Let's go from top to bottom this time, mask to mask. Mr. Delight, do you still insist that you are mask to mask? Isn't that what I've been saying since yesterday? That was a quick response. Telling that, to be honest, it's starting to get irritating. But listen, Mr. Delight. At the trial today, we learned the true identity of the thief, didn't we? He laughs a bunch. Take a good look, everyone! Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown! I guess it's true. I wasn't the one who stole that urn. Of course not. After all, you were at KB Security at the time. Then the person dressed up as Mask to Mask in this photo, it's gotta be Detective Atme. Okay, so let's talk about the night of the crime. So that night, you didn't go to Lord the Tailor, you went to KB Security, right? Yes, I went to KB Security at the time the blackmail notes that I should. Right, what happened next? Well, I used to work there, so I knew where the CEO's office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. So then I used the keycard to unlock the door. That's probably when he dropped his wallet, getting the keycard out, I suppose. When I went into the CEO's office, someone was in there. Someone. So that was a silhouette of Atme. And suddenly they bashed me over the head. Bam! Was it Kane Bullard that hit you? I doubt it. I'm guessing it's the killer. I don't know. The person ran away while I was still stunned. When they came to my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless. The dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me. I thought I'd die myself. Anyway, I thought I should do something with the body. So that's why you put it in the safe. Why did you move it? Yes, that's right. I used to be the chief of one of the security teams, so I knew how to open it. Okay, and what did you do after that? Well, I got out of there for starters. I was going to set up the security cameras in that building. So I knew how to avoid being spotted by them. Why didn't you call the police? Nick, all of a sudden Mr. Delight kind of sounds like the murderer to me. Please don't say that. The only question I have is why didn't he call the police? Okay, so here's the real juicy topic, why you were fired. Mr. Delight, is it true that 1 year ago, you were forced to quit KB Security? How did you... I'm begging you, please don't tell Desi, please! So I guess she thinks he still works there. So is he maybe, I don't know, stealing stuff to get his money then? I mean, how is he supporting himself? Don't worry, we haven't told anyone yet. Phew, thank goodness. No, excuse me. But I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually. And again, it's doing that weird gray text thing. Why have you been hiding it from her anyway? This would despise me if I ever found out I was living a life of crime. A criminal, a thief. She'd never forgive me. My marriage would be over. So, it sounds like he's still insisting that he stole the other stuff, but not the urn? Knowing that, why did you become a thief in the first place? Because Desi spends money like it's water. There's no job in the world that could bring enough money, except being a thief. At least, that's what I thought anyway. Why not just tell her to stop spending so much money? So he became Mask to Mask for Desiree, huh? So we didn't get any kind of Begatma options. Maybe if we can present some stuff? Let's again present Kate Bullard. Mr. Bullard, my old boss. It's so sad. Do you have any idea of what might have happened? Was there anyone that might have wanted him dead? Oh, yeah, sure. Mr. Bullard was the type of guy who made lots of enemies. He did lots of threatening things to people. Oh, wait, do you mean he scared people or that he threatened them with blackmail? Well, I guess they're kind of the same, right? Okay, so that's probably not gonna give me anything. Let's present Mask to Mask. Once I decided to become a thief, I started studying like crazy. Studying? Like what? Petty Larceny 101? The history of pilfering? No, I watched a lot of movies and read a lot of novels about great thieves. So all fictional stuff. Well, yeah, I admire you for doing your homework, if for nothing else. Other great ones had their own trademarks. Flashy costumes, calling cards, unique laughs, and catchy slogans like, "Farewell, my friends!" I figured I needed to do a good job with that if I was going to make a splash. Yeah, I guess you really can't say goofy stuff like that unless you're a master thief. Farewell, or we shall meet again. Hokey stuff like that. So maybe let's present his own profile to him? I'm ashamed to admit it. But sometimes I wonder if I'm really cut out to be a thief. Well, isn't that obvious? It doesn't suit you at all. I knew it. Guess I'm not the only one who came to that conclusion. Okay, let's maybe present some evidence. Let's start with the blackmail letter. So was this blackmail letter written by KB Security CEO Kane Bullard? I think so. Probably. You can only get into the CEO's office if you have a keycard. The blackmail letter said to meet at KB Security. No one else other than Mr. Bullard could have written the letter? It could be someone pretending to be the CEO. Let's present Kane's list, see if he knows anything about that. This list, we found it in the office of the CEO, Mr. Bullard. Hey, this is a list of all the things Master Mass stole! That's the value of each item listed next to them. $1,000 and $50,000. Are you sure that's the value of the stolen items? Numbers seem a little low to me. Even on the black market, the prices should be at least 3 times higher than that. I guess he knows about this stuff because he used to be a security guard, or because he's stealing them. Let's see, anything else we can present, really? Maybe we can present the calling card? This calling card, did you send this? No, that is, I don't know anything about that. I mean, I had other plans for that night already. That's true, we did get that blackmail letter after all. What about Detective Atme? Could he be the one that sent it? It looks that way, I can't think of anyone else. Yeah, that night, because of the letter, I had no choice but to go to KB Security. Anything else we can present? See, maybe the buzzer? That's the emergency buzzer from the CEO's office. Don't press it. It makes a terrible racket. Sorry, I just love making a lot of noise. Yeah, I mean, you always do it to the camera lady's camera. I forget her name right now. Does this buzzer have something to do with this case? Well, at this point, I don't really know yet. After all, there were no prints on it, or anything else for that matter. Maybe present the buzzer record to him? Hey, the buzzer went off just once around the time the Bullard was killed. Ooh, that's scary. Do you know anything about that, Mr. Delight? Sorry, I'm afraid I don't. I'm not surprised by how clueless he is anymore. I think that's all that really makes sense to present to him. Maybe the key card? What do you still do with this keycard anyway? Didn't you return it when you left your job at KB Security? Of course I returned it. Don't be silly. But it got sent back to me along with the blackmail letter. So that's how it got in. With the blackmail letter... Yes, it said, use this to enter the CEO's office. Maybe, alright, let's present the wallet. I was at KB Security around 1 o'clock that night. I took out my wallet to open the door with the keycard. Was that when you dropped it? I'm sorry. I should have told you the truth earlier. I don't think anything else makes sense to present. Did we get any top objects from any of that? We did not. I'm not sure what to do next. Did maybe anything show up in the detective agency? Nothing did. I feel like I haven't really made any progress and we've been recording for 20 minutes. Let's see. We still have that psych lock for Andrews about the evidence for the urn. It's not on Kane's list. And we lost the. I actually just watched the video where it was brought back, but we don't have the urn in evidence anymore. But it definitely said Amy now, and it says I am in here, and it was completely smooth in the new version. But we don't have that in evidence. So what the hell? See, maybe I can go to Ryanco's office so we can talk to Maya and present stuff to her? Let's present the treasure exhibit poster, see if she has anything to say about that. So yeah, here's the new version. I'm glad we got the sacred urn back and all. But how come you don't look any happier? Why should I? I don't know if it should say Amy or I am anymore. Now it's got big pink polka dots on it that weren't there before. Don't you think you're overreacting just a little? Overreacting? Nick, I can't believe you said that. I mean, it's like, I got it. It's like if I came in wearing polka dots on my Eclipse costume every day and said, "Hi Nick, I am." Well, do you still think it's no big deal? I guess it would be a real disaster. You see, well, that's how I feel. So we didn't get any, we didn't get the urn back and evidence for that. Did we get any talk options for it? We did not. I'm trying not to look up the walkthrough, but I'm starting to think I might have to. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to do it. I'll come back after I look at the walkthrough, see what to do next. Because other than presenting random evidence that leads nowhere to random people, I can't think of anything. Okay, I checked out the walkthrough, and it said to present the newspaper clipping to Ron. So let's see if he has anything to say about that. Hey, this is an article about my debut heist. Boy, that was a tough one. Before I knew it, they were hot on my trail. Master Mask, he must have gotten away, right? It says in the article that he disappeared. That's right. I got a sudden burst of inspiration. I hid my Master Mask costume in a nearby plastic bucket. I quickly changed into my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, eh? So I guess that's him as the security guard. Wow, awesome. Hey, hold the phone. We're in this photo. Is this you, Mr. Delight? Hey, that's right. That's trick if I do say so myself. Maybe he just have a security uniform on him anyway. That's easy to figure out. Even Pearls can see through that in a heartbeat. Newspaper clipping was updated in the court record. Okay. But as you might expect, the detective had me found in disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective. Then you had me found in Master Mask disguise. That's interesting. Yes, and I heard that he brought it home with him. Well, that's it. Mr. Natney got his hands on this, the brooch. Thanks to that, I got the chance to remake my costume. That must have been really time-consuming, huh? Yes, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days after that, I received the first of the blackmail letters. Blackmail letters? What are you talking about? Hurry, tell me what you mean. Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up. Okay, so maybe we got a talk option for that. Blackmail letter. So, was he stealing 4 Bullard? This blackmail letter. Is this the first one you got? No, of course not. But this is the first one that ever called me out to a specific location. So did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tier of Eminent heist. That first letter, it said, "I know you did it." Someone found out about your true identity, just like that? It's not easy being a master thief, you know. I've got proof that it was you, so give up. I went on to say. So in the end, I had to give up the treasure I went through all that trouble to steal. Is that right? Hey, hang on a second, what do you mean you had to give it up? Oh, don't worry. After I put the jewel in the safe deposit box, the letter specified. Someone sent me $10,000. Don't say anything about me being worried, you know. I started getting the plans in the mail. Plans? We have a new talk option about heist plans. What are these plans you're talking about? No more instructions on how to steal a crown, or painting, or some other rare treasure. They showed security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggested training methods. So you mean the one who planned the heist wasn't you? No, it wasn't. I only planned the very first one. In fact, I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans. Sounds like Mr. Delight is thankful to the person who was blackmailing him. So Ron Delight was Master Mask after all. Except for the urn heists, but someone else is behind the thefts. Someone who planned it all out in detail. All I had to do was deposit the treasures I stole into the safe deposit box. And I just waited for the cash to come in the mail. And that keeps him a steady supply of plans for new heists. And that's how he funds Desi's habits. See, and you tried not looking so gleeful about it. So you went after the sacred urn because of one of those plans too? Well, see, truth is, I've never seen the urn. All I did was follow the instructions and see what I was told to steal. Mr. Delight, is everything you've just told me the truth? He wasn't the one who stole the urn, he stole all the other stuff, but he stole the urn. Yes, but please don't tell Desi, okay? Ron's testimony was added to the court record. Ron, before we go, there's one more thing I want to ask you. Yes, but please don't hurt me. Mr. Campbell, do you swear that it wasn't you who killed him? Yeah, yes, of course. I can never, I'm not lying. All I did was hide his body in the safe. But then, I was afraid I'd discover what I did, so I turned myself in yesterday. Why? So, did he turn himself in for the theft? Or for the murder? I mean, they happened at the same time. Why didn't he tell anyone about the murder? Well, let's just rule that I was guilty of robbery. I don't have an alibi, right? I guess so. You're really clever, Mr. Delight. But then we proved that it wasn't him who committed the theft. So I have no choice but to take Mr. Delight at his word. Missing Molly, this is an unknown voice. I assume that's Pearl's. Hey, Pearly! I'm back! Hey, Pearl, so what have you been up to this whole time? Sacred Urn, Mr. Nick! I took it back to Grand Village to have it examined. And what did you find out? Well, there's no need to worry. They said it's the real urn. Phew, that's a relief. I was really worried. But there's one small problem. These cute little pink splotches. They said it's paint. And they were put on the urn recently. Why are we talking about the pink splotches again? What's the big deal? What's the big deal? We gotta find out how they got there. That's the big deal. Yes, Mr. Nick. We gotta find out how they got there. Oh, okay. We'll go find out how they got there. But please don't forget about me. Secretary refiled into the court record, so we have that back now. Alright, so let's check out the court record. So, and look at Ron's testimony. From that second heist on, he was stealing as directed by blackmail letters, according to Ron's testimony. And found out his office covered in pink splotches, but it's a genuine article. So now we have the sacred urn. So, now I presume we go to the whatchamacallit, we go to what's-her-face, Andrews, and we present the real urn that we have now. Oh, October 13th, or the Taylor Basement Warehouse. So we have something new. So, okay, she's gonna say hi to Pearl. Oh, Pearl, how nice to see you. Hello there. I haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to? Well, actually, I was having this urn examined. Oh, I see. Maybe if we take another good look at this urn, we can figure out the mystery of what actually happened here. Nick, let's look around one more time. Uh-oh. Thinking of looking around, I'm gonna actually go ahead and examine. So, there's paint here. It's the same color as the splotches. If we examine that, and there's also paint on the box. Let's actually examine both of those, see if we get anything new. Bongs, there's something about it that's bothering me. That's the box that the sacred urn was in. Looks like there's some pink paint on it, too. And it's definitely the same color as the stuff in the urn. I think I know how the paint got on it now. I'm guessing Andrews painted it. Alright, let's investigate again, Nick. Urn box, was that the court record? Oh, okay. I didn't expect that. Let's also examine the actual pink spot. Looks to me like it's been dry for several days. There's something suspicious about this paint mark. The bottom left part of it is shaped oddly, and it's shocking pink. Mr. Nick, could it be this odd shape is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Ah, that's the box Sacred Urn was in. If you look here, there's a little bit of paint on the box as well. Wow, you're right. Look, it matches. ... What is it, Mr. Nick? And all turning out exactly as I thought it would. Paint marks were added to the court record. Okay, so it was a good idea to examine those. I think it's all starting to become clear. Not much closer to solving the mystery of what happened to the urn. Right, so now I presume we present the Magatma. I'm gonna just take a look at the descriptions of these. One box that has a sacred urn in it. Has pink paint stains on it. And paint mark let you try the box and the sacred urn fits into the gap perfectly. Alright, let's present the Magatma, but let's take a state first. Sacred urn. Oh, Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the sacred urn? Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit. The urn was submitted before the court today. It's obviously not the same urn as before. Well, that's true. Well, it's the same urn, it's just different. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake. A fake? Well, you said it wasn't the same, so that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence of the urn that was submitted at the trial was genuine? So, I presume I'm going to present the sacred urn itself, but let's take a stake first. And the music's going to stop, so that's it. Sorry to bring it to you, but the urn is the genuine article. Girls went back to Crane Village and had it examined. Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see how. What she discovered was that the vase was broken. Again. Did you say, again? Yes, it was broken once a year ago. Now it looks like the same thing has happened. And quite recently, too. Recently? Are you saying that this urn was broken? Recently? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know? So I'm going to say... I think I'm going to say it's the urn box that it was dropped, perhaps? I'm going to take a stake first, though. No, the music didn't stop. She ... So, Mr. Wright? Huh? Why do you think it was broken recently again? Oh, well, because, I just think so. Sorry, but that's not a valid explanation. The hunter. It was become the hunted. Well, it was broken recently. Come on, you know it. I'm not willing to yield to you on this point. Get a grip, please. Now, I'll ask you one more time, Mr. Wright. Why do you think it was broken recently? Okay, so let's reload the state. And let's present maybe the paint marks. Now the music kept going. It's the ... Sure. I'm going to maybe present the treasure exhibit poster. Yep, that's it. This poster, it was made recently, right? Poster. Ah, the poster for the exhibit. The time when this photo was taken, the urn said, I am on it. But now, for some mysterious reason, it says, Amy. And the urn was fixed, and the letters were transposed. Ah! Oh, that only got us one cyclop. I am. What does that even mean? I don't know anything about that. Well, it wasn't even there when the photo for this poster was taken. Or she wasn't there. I wasn't there. That was a mistake. No, tell the truth. Well, wait. Even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it. Huh? Yes, that's it. It must have been one of the people at the photo shoot. They probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened. I still haven't broken the entire Cyclops. Do you have any proof the urn was broken here at Woodley Taylor? Alright. I'm gonna say probably the box and the paint slosh again, but I'm going to take a stake before I do so. It's the box. Well, Miss Andrews? What is this supposed to mean? This urn has these pretty little pink paint splotches on it. And there's some on the box the urn was stored in, too. No matter how you look at it, the paint seems to be exactly the same, wouldn't you say? So what does that prove? The urn was dropped along with the box. That's when they both got paint on them. Are you with me so far? Yes. The rest of the story is obvious. This box was dropped right here in the Lord Taylor's basement warehouse. I can prove that. It means the urn was broken here, too. So can you prove that? Can you prove the box was dropped here in the basement warehouse? And this is presumably going to be the paint marks. It's a good thing I I examined the stuff before I presented them to Magatma, because I wouldn't have this otherwise. That's going to be it. Ah! I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you? Yes, more or less. I mean, this is all right behind her. Can't we just point? There's paint splattered on the floor and walls of this basement warehouse. There's an odd shape imprinted into a part of the paint stain, am I right? Yes. Put this box in the impression in the paint, you can see it fits perfectly. ... Even this box was dropped right there. And that is when the urn was broken. Your name does you justice. Or she says, your name does you justice, Mr. Wright. So the psych lock is now broken. Unlock successful. So now we can ask about the sacred urn. I'm so sorry. I was the one who broke the urn. Why does this make me feel like some sort of evil school teacher? I'm a terrible person. Not only did I break it, but I tried to hide what I did. Well, that's not so hard to understand, is it, Pearly? So, presumably she broke it again, and then she tried to fix it again, and put it back and have its original state, and then sort of painted it to cover it up? No. I know just how she feels. It happened about 2 weeks ago. Just after the poster photo was taken, on the same day the urn arrived here. I thought I'd put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in the box when I tripped on a paint can and lost my balance. The box I was carrying crashed to the ground. I heard a terrible noise and thought my heart was going to stop. Fearing the worst, I opened the lid of the box, and that's when it happened. A broken piece of the urn fell out of the box and landed right in the paint. I was in shock. I heard a huge scream. I don't see how that could have happened. As clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands. Well, I knew it was the most important treasure in all of Korean Village, so I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Fortunately, the shards were pretty big. That's when the I.M. got changed to Amy. I didn't know how it was originally written. I mean, technically you did put it back how it was originally written. Any sane person fixing it would have assumed it said Amy. And any sane person? Really? Well, any sane person who's older than 12. Oh, Pearls. Or however old she is. I think he's 7, maybe? Said she wasn't very good at spelling. Anyway, I put the urn in the storeroom and no one had seen it since then. The second urn was updated in the court record. But, something I don't get. When we first came here, I didn't see any paint stains. Well, that's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used the golden statue to cover it. Amy face statue. Aha! So, I guess that was... I mean, it was there. But it kind of looked like the statue's base is where the paint was, not the box. Alright, let's talk about the Amy face statue. The first time when we came down here, it was on the night the sacred urn was stolen. Mr. Nick! There are no paint marks on the wall of the warehouse when we were here. Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the training hall. And I realized the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains, but then it was moved during the crime. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I see. Now it makes perfect sense. But there's still one thing I find strange. What is it, Pearl? The day after the urn was stolen, we came here again. At that time, the statue had been moved and the paint was clearly visible. She's right about that. Well, Miss Andrews? What? I don't know anything about that. I placed it there to cover the paint, so why would I move it again? Well, who was it? Who would have done it, and why? It was presumably at me. On the day before the theft, the statue was definitely closer to the door. And the next day, it was moved. But why? Amber's golden statue is updated in the court record. It looks like there's some connection between the sacred urn and the murder case. Why? Why do you think so, Nick? Because that night, the real thief on the light was at KB Security. So why did another masked mouse show up here? So presumably Atme stole the urn, but a lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact. One undeniable fact? Murder trial is starting tomorrow. Looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance. Alright, to be continued. So, can I check out the court record? No. So, we have an option to save the cleared stage today, so presumably we'll be starting the trial tomorrow, and I guess at that point I'll make sure to look at the updated statue and urn. But for now, hi Mega Dash, and I'm out.